Until now, we've done little but complain. Until now, we've stood by watching our native habitat disappear, and with it, wildlife of all types. Instead of doing something, we've come to accept our present situation as inevitable and tolerable. It was inevitable that our marshes would be drained, we say to ourselves. It was inevitable that ditches would be burned. It was inevitable that fields would be plowed each fall, leaving no winter cover for upland birds. And because it was inevitable, it is now tolerable. We tolerate winters such as these when hens and roosters freeze to death, their faces mere clumps of ice after they turn windward in a final, desperate attempt to survive. Have you ever watched a pheasant freeze or starve? Have you ever seen a hawk circle in the winter sky, eyeing frozen birds strewn across snow-covered fields? It's likely you haven't. They're not pretty sights. These effects of high per-acre yield and bottom-line profitability, they're not pretty, and they're not self-regulatory. Nor are they the stuff of award ceremonies, the stuff that makes man proud. And because they're not, we'd rather not think about them.
On March 7, 1982, those words by outdoor columnist Dennis Anderson were destined to be heard across Pheasant Country. And heard they were. This message sparked a fire inside of hunters and conservationists who didn't think the disappearance of grasslands and wetlands was inevitable, and people who didn't believe shrinking bird populations and diminishing hunting opportunities was unavoidable. That energy and passion stoked the flame that forged Pheasants Forever into existence. And 15 years ago, that spark caught fire in Quail Country, and Quail Forever was formed. Today, the same energy and motivation for healthy upland habitat, clean water, and abundant wildlife needs to be carried on by you. Permanently protected and publicly accessible upland habitat and hunting lands don't appear by accident. Healthy ecosystems aren't brought back to life by chance. It takes partnerships, hard work, collaboration for sustainable agriculture, and the backing of Pheasants Forever and Quail Forever members like you. 18 million historical acres impacted and counting, 540,000 habitat projects and counting, 200,000 acres of public lands created and counting. Today, we're counting on you. Stand with us and help carry the torch for landscapes that contain healthy habitat, plentiful pheasants and quail, and publicly accessible hunting grounds. Today, tomorrow, and forever.